Granddad, what do you do when you can't do nothing, but there's nothing you can do?
You do what you can.
So I have a bit of a confession to make. I have not been in the cockpit of a plane since my check ride, which as of recording this video has been 8 months, which is a very long time. Unfortunately, life got in the way. I had to move. Now I'm trying to do whatever I can to continue my flight training. So I'm going to tell you the 3 ways that I've been doing my best to, keep on top of training to fly. So the first thing I do is that no matter what, I always integrate flight thingies in my life. And I'll give you a specific example. Whenever I want to check the weather, I use foreflight. So I'll continue to read TAFs. I'll continue to read METARs to make sure that I can still actually do it. And even sometimes I'll try to play a game of like, would it be safe to fly in this weather? The second thing, which I do admit I have been slipping on as of recently, is keep studying. Keep hitting the books. As of right now, since I've done my private training and I have my private pilot's license, my next step is instrument rating. It's good to keep reading the theory of all of your stuff, even though obviously at the end of the day it comes down to your skill set. It's still good to, again, keep it in your mind, keep up on your studies. The theory parts do go hand in hand with your skill set eventually. And then finally, sim flight. And I always have to preface, like, the thing with sim flying is that it is not the real thing. And always, you know how they always say, talk to your doctor about, medicine, like talk to your flight instructor about actual skill set in flying a real plane. I did continue sim flying just so I had the muscle memory of sitting down, pulling at the yoke, adjusting the throttle, pushing on the rudders, and doing that, just so it stays fresh in the mind. Because I don't have access to a real plane right now, unfortunately, so the fake plane is kind of the next best thing. So I'm kind of making this video to say life happens. You may be in a similar situation, whether, for whatever reason you can't find yourself in a cockpit, and maybe you can't start your training yet, or maybe your training has been interrupted. If you continue to do pilot things, continue to use pilot software like foreflight, continue to read up on the books and the study, and continue to sim fly, or at least chair fly, I would like to think that probably helps more than doing nothing. So yeah, do what you can. And hopefully I'll see you guys in the air sooner rather than later.